Hi, it's Mrs. Niederheiser. Today we are going to talk about how to use the Drawing Center. Our school is a STEM school, and we use the engineering design process. Since we do that here, we're going to use the Drawing Center just like the engineering design process, going through those steps. The first step in the cycle is to ask yourself, what is it that you want to draw? Bring in a resource, a picture made by another artist, a sports card, a book, a family photo, an old calendar picture, a postcard, or many other examples that we have covered in class. If you didn't bring your own resource or forget to, you can always use a resource in the art room. If the centers are open, you are allowed to bring in resources. You may keep these in your folder if they fit.
Today, for my example, I've chosen a picture that I've gotten on the back of a calendar. So I just saw something that would inspire my artwork that I thought was an interesting image to take and then use in my own artwork.
Our next step in the cycle is to imagine. What would you like your completed artwork to look like? What size will it be? What shape do you want it to be? What colors will you use? What materials do you plan to try? Next, we move on to the planning stage. Start with a gauze paper, a paper that is good on one side, and sketch lightly. Try different layouts and views. Like the giraffe, you can see the whole body of the giraffe, you can see a profile, and you can see it straight on. Also, with the football player and the little girl, they've tried different views of each of them. It is good to use ideas from the resources that you bring in when you are sketching. Doesn't mean that you have to copy exactly what they have on there. You can also add things or take them away. But remember, no tracing. We're learning to draw on our own.
So from my resource that I picked of my mushroom picture, I now have sketched out a few different layouts and compositions as a sloppy copy just to see what I would like to do. Maybe I'm choosing to do a portion of the picture instead of the whole thing. Here's a very simple sloppy copy with just a few ideas sketched out. You don't need to spend too much time on a sloppy copy. Here I've kind of developed a few more ideas, some more abstract than others, and now I have the option of choosing which one I'd like to develop further to make my piece of art.
When you have made a decision about your final composition, go to the Drawing Center and get a final copy piece of paper. Sketch lightly with a pencil first. Then thoughtfully choose your media. You may even experiment on your sloppy copy, deciding what you like best. At the Drawing Center, you'll find oil pastels, markers, black pen, Sharpie, colored pencils, watercolor pencils, and you can also use pencils to add value and shading. Back to the example of the mushroom, here you can really see how the choice of media can affect your final artwork. The first box shows pencil shading. Over here we have marker, Sharpie and colored pencil. Here's regular colored pencil without the Sharpie, oil pastel here in the middle, watercolor pencil, paper collage, graphite stick, and stippling with marker.
Working on your final paper is the create step of the design process that we're going through. When it is complete, it will be framed using framing strips, which we will go through in another video, and then it will be turned into Seesaw. As you are working, remember to think about the craftsmanship and the quality of work that you are doing. As you can see on this scale, down at the very bottom, a number 1 would be scribbling using very simple shapes, and a number 4, you can see that they've added elements of art like space and texture, and they have colored it in very nicely. Please make sure that you are doing quality work for your grade level and that you're keeping your craftsmanship at a high quality. The next step in the cycle is to improve. Did something go wrong with your last drawing that you can improve on your next? What would you change or improve? Why? How would you change or improve your artwork? Will you try the same thing again, or are you going to move on to another idea? Once you have turned your drawing in, it's now time to start the cycle over and ask yourself what is going to be your next idea. I hope you have fun creating at the Drawing Center.